Okay, class. So today we are going to talk about summaries. As you know, we read 11 by Sandra Cicernos a little bit earlier today in class. So now we're going to do another activity with what we read, and we're going to write summaries. So, Pat, could you read today's learning target for me, please?
I can summarize the important ideas and details of a story.
Great. So, after today's class, you're going to be able to write an awesome summary about any story, but we're going to work with 11 for today. So, a summary. Tyler, can you tell me the definition of a summary, please?
A condensed version of a longer story or text that includes only the main ideas and details to give the story's general gist.
So, a summary is basically a mini story. You have all the parts of your bigger story, but it's shorter, so you're kind of just giving the rundown to your reader. You don't want to give them the whole thing. And a summary usually has 4 components. So the first one, Pat, could you read that for me?
Who, what, where, when, why.
Okay. So those are the big questions. Whenever you're writing something or reading something, those are the biggest details that you want to make sure you include in your summary. So that leads right into number 2. Justin, could you read that one for me?
Keep the length short.
Right. Why would you want it to not be long?
Because you could just read the original thing.
Exactly. If it's going to be long, your reader might as well just go and read the original story instead of reading your summary. But even though it's short, you still want to make sure you have all those questions addressed in it. So for number 3, Tyler.
Main details only.
Yes. So we only want to have the really important stuff. So you might say, the girl put on her shirt, if that's an important part of the story, but we don't need to know that it was red and striped and had sequins and was a little bit too big on her, something like that. So we just want what's absolutely essential to understanding the story. And then the last one, Katie B.
Be objective.
Great. And that means we're not making a judgment. We're not saying if we like the story or if we thought it was terrible. We're just, giving the facts about it. So we have a little activity to practice summarizing today. How many of you have heard of Twitter before? Everybody. Okay. And who can tell me how long a tweet is usually? Yeah, Pat.
140 characters.
Right. 140 characters. So we're going to say that's about 30 or so words. So what we're going to do today is we're going to write summary tweets. And in 30 words or less, pretending it's a tweet, we're going to write summaries about 11, which we read, addressing all those questions and following all these guidelines. So before we start, I have a little chant for you guys to help us remember how to summarize. So if everyone could stand up, please. I'll turn this around. So these are the lyrics of our little chant. Each verse is repeated 2 times, and I have some hand motions, so you can just kind of follow my lead, and we'll get this going. And it's really fun, and it's going to help us remember, because sometimes I need a little help too. Okay, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Who, what, where, when, and why? Who, what, where, when, and why? Just main details. Just main details. Just main details. Just main details. Keep it short. Keep it short. Keep it short. Keep it short. Be objective. Be objective. Be objective. Be objective. Summarizing. 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 Yeah! So, if you guys need to stand up and do that to help you remember, that's fine, because this will have all the different parts that we need to make sure we have awesome summaries. So you guys can go ahead and get started on your tweets.